Okay, everybody, it's me, Bonkai922. Another anime series review. Now, as we approach the winter, things are going to start changing very quickly. A lot of the animes that I'm going to be reviewing are coming up this week. Now, if I am to believe the scheduling, this is how it's going to go. Saturday, Tracker. Sunday is Hell's Paradise, which I believe the last time I reviewed when I did season 1 reviews, that's when it came out. It came out on Sundays. Before I get into this review video, I figured just to talk about this. And of course, Kaizen, I believe it's Thursday, but it might be Friday. We'll see. But all in that, moving out of the way, this anime. This was one of the 3 that I was making a first impressions on. I think I did I'm not, did I believe I did first impressions on this. The show's obviously called May I Ask for One Final Thing. Now, on Mal, it's got like a 7.42. There were like a few mixed people who were saying about it and said no, yes. The majority of the reviews are positive. Now, I think my only problem with this show, with this anime, is the villain. The villain is very, very weak. Because I've seen it a bunch of times, and it's just... But then again, what is explained about the villain, and who they are, it's a woman, by the way, does put a little bit of spin. Now, obviously, synopsis time. May I ask for one final thing? Ever since childhood, Scarlett L. Vandeminian has preferred to deal with wrongdoers by using her fists. However, to preserve her family's image, she suppresses her instincts and tolerates the abuse inflicted by her childhood fiance, second Prince Kyle von Palestine. Only Kyle's brother, first Prince Julius, is aware that there is more to Scarlett than meets the eye, but she cares little about his growing interest. In the middle of a ball, Kyle accuses Scarlett of harassing Teresia, by the way, she's the villain, Hopkins, a commoner that has taken his heart. Scarlett's engagement to Kyle is nullified, leaving her outraged. All of her efforts to endure this thus far have amounted to nothing. Scarlett dons her studded leather gloves, once again becoming the Mad Dog Princess. Joined by Julius and Weird Beast Nanika, Scarlett is ready to give filthy nobles a taste of their own medicine, one punch at a time. Now, as I said before, this girl, Tenanisa, she's really the only problem. The show, for better or for worse, has great animation, and surprisingly enough, it's hilarious. Just the whole gamut dynamic of Scarlett and First Prince Julius, it's hilarious. Some action, some fighting, some really crazy battles. Because there's an actual war in this show anyway. But I do feel like this is one of those shows, from my point of view, that it goes beyond the realms of what we expect. Because you see, this show is in essence is a fantasy, villainous kind of isekai kind of thing. And I don't know if this is considered spoils, but yes, Tenanisa, she was isekai'd to this world. Spoiler alert. Anyway, point being is, while that is also part of it, there's also the part with Scarlet and the fact that she just dons these gloves and she just beats the shit, which is hilarious. It's unbelievable. It's just the worst of the worst get their ass kicked by this female protagonist, this heroine who just takes no shit from nobody and just beats the crap out of them. It is hilarious to say the least. Now, I don't want to give this too high of a rating because you see the thing is, I gave, and here's the funny thing. I reviewed, aside from the one that was on High Dive, 2 animes. Wild Boss Has Appeared and this one. And both had female leads. Which you can take here or there because Wild Boss Has Appeared has really a male lead playing a female character in the game. Now, I actually enjoyed this. I thought this was a breath of fresh air, but once again, good animation, good music. The story overall, I thought was decent for what it was trying to do. I really don't agree with the people on Mal, what they wrote. They're not recommended. I'm like, all right, yeah. But really, I see only a few flaws with this anime. The main flaw, obviously, from my point of view, is the villain. When the whole final confrontation happens, the last episode, no. Because once again, this is an anime where they fail to make us feel for this character. Because you get like glimpses of her past, of before she was isekai'd and everything, and I don't want to go into details of how this all happened. You guys gotta have to watch it to find out. But this is the only spoiler I'm going to tell you. She basically was isekai, but there was no real backdrop here. There was no make me feel bad for this person. And we don't. And she's screaming like a lunatic in the final episode. And she begins to give her an uppercut. And boom! Shot into space. That being said, though, I still feel that the villain was, it was a miscue. The villain was a miscue, in my opinion. Now, that being said, though, I'm going to at least say that this definitely deserves to be watched. This definitely deserves to be watched. I would say at least an 8, 8.5 out of 10. At least. Now, I would have given it a little bit higher. Like I said, the villain was a miscue. I think the villain was a miscue. I thought that it was just, she's just a whiny bitch. And you could see, when you see the flashbacks of her, you're like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's what her problem is. It's like, tough titties, like, get out of here with that noise. Because it's not making me feel bad for I mean, villains in anime in general, you don't feel bad for them. You just want to get some kind of feeling with them. Some kind of connection. And we really didn't get that. So, but still, I still say, go and see it. Go and watch it. It's definitely better than the High Dive anime I saw. I think this and Wild Boss Has Appeared were 2 that surprised me. This surprised me. This surprised me of how the tone was and how it went about its business. Especially towards the latter half when we get the confrontation between Scarlet and Tenanisa. So, but like I said, Tenanisa just could not deliver the goods. But I still say at least deserves like an 8, 8.5. I think it's fair to say 8 at least. But You guys want to check it out? Go check it out. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. So yeah, like I said before, we're gearing up for the winter now. It seems like what's going to happen is I'm just going to just do this. It's Trigun, it's Hell's Paradise, it's Kaizen. Kaizen's going to beat. I don't know what to do with Kaizen. At this point, I'm like, okay, whatever. I mean, I kind of gotten spoiled with Kaizen, with the manga and everything, but still at the same time, it's clear what this show's going to do. But that's all I got for you guys. Bankai Naruto 2. Watch out for Scarlet. She'll beat the living shit out of you. See you guys later.